Bitcoin has exactly reached my price target, my bearish price target that I told you in the previous video, that we're going to come all the way back down to the range low if we're going to lose this very important level, the 23.6, and exactly that happened. We are at the moment at the range low. But does this mean that Bitcoin is going to dump even lower, and are we going to see a massive pump? We're going to look at the charts to find out exactly that. And if you want to find out more, watch the video until the end, smash up the like button and subscribe, and welcome back, guys. Yes, we're seeing this overall dump in the market, but is it time to sell? No, guys, definitely not, because we could expect during this major bull runs that we're going to see these healthy retracements, and we're going to look at the exact price targets, because yes, on the daily chart I told you that we're most probably going to come all the way back down to the range low, and exactly that happened, and we can see that the price of Bitcoin bounced off exactly here within this zone, and also exactly here, and also all the way down here where we perfectly bounced off from the 50 moving average. But now the problem is we have broken this upward sloping trend, this first yellow trend line, and also this white trend line exactly here. So what can we expect? Overall, guys, we could expect that yes, we could see a bounce exactly here, but yes, we could definitely also expect, being under the 50 moving average, this blue line, that we could come all the way back down to the 100 moving average. But I'm going to show you the exact price target if we're not going to see this bounce exactly within this range, because keep in mind, we could always see that Bitcoin says, no, this is Bitcoin, we're going to see this pump all the way back up, because yes, even though we're forming this bearish trend, we are still in a bullish structure, and for that we're going to go on the 4-hour chart, because yes, on the 4-hour chart we can see that we are forming this major falling wedge, and a falling wedge is a bullish pattern with a breakout target all the way at the top of the range, because yes, ultimately if we're going to see this breakout from this falling wedge, then we could expect that yes, we're going to see this breakout and this fast move with a breakout target all the way at the 78.6, which would be the previous highs exactly here. So yes, guys, this could be our bullish case if we're going to bounce off exactly here at the levels of 40,000 US dollars, because yes, the price movement of Bitcoin came all the way back down within this range. So we need to see that this will be our last resort, that we're going to see this bounce exactly here, where we can see that we had this prior wick exactly within this price range of the 40,300 US dollars exactly here. So maybe we're just going to see this brief dump or even this fake out from this falling wedge and close with a 4-hour candle back above this range, and that we could expect this breakout from this falling wedge, which would ultimately be our bullish case for Bitcoin at the moment. And we're seeing that this candle has just opened. We're going to see the candle close in round about 3 hours and 19 minutes. So it really depends if we're going to hold this level, but if we're going to break this level, guys, I'm going to show you why you shouldn't sell exactly now, dollar cost average, and use the opportunity to buy all of these altcoins. And if you want to buy altcoins on the spot market or trade it on the futures market, go down in the video description below and sign up with Bybit, where you receive a major deposit bonus. So let's go over to the weekly chart to find out what we could expect and why this could be the last opportunity to buy all of these coins on a discount. Because yes, on the weekly chart we can perfectly see that Bitcoin reached a high round about the 49,000 US dollar level, and now we saw this sharp reaction towards the downside. But guys, we can see that we are still on the weekly chart over the 13 EMA, and this is extremely bullish because we are still in this bullish structure forming a higher low. The previous low was exactly here, so we could even come all the way back down to the support and still be forming on the weekly chart a higher low, and this would be extremely bullish for the overall trend. But guys, we're going to find some confluence and find out where would be our next price target, because ultimately we can see the 13 EMA would be our next price target on the weekly chart as local support, because we can also see previous resistance exactly here, so it would totally make sense. But yes, we can see a lot of confluence within this range of 39,400 US dollars, exactly the 13 EMA, because yes, if we're going to look to the left side, this is exactly the 61.8 retracement level. So this would ultimately be bullish if Bitcoin is going to bounce off once again from the 61.8 and also the 13 EMA exactly within these levels. And yes, if we're going to zoom out even more, this is a major support area exactly here, and we have also some major resistance exactly within this range, and also here we can see a lot of resistance, so it would perfectly make sense for Bitcoin after this fast move towards the upside to consolidate within this range at local previous resistance, which will now act as support. And we could see this continuation even higher exactly from this range, because if we're going to zoom out, guys, these healthy retracements are absolutely normal within a bull market. So let's look at the 2017 bull market. So yes, over on this chart, we can perfectly see in the year 2016 in June, we had this major dump of 38%. And afterwards, we saw that the price movement of Bitcoin just continued with this bullish move even higher. And then we formed this high, had this 38% retracement, and then this next major push towards the upside, and a 33% retracement, 38. This was just to shake out all the weak hands. So yes, hold on to your cryptocurrencies. Don't sell anything. Just dollar cost average in all of the projects, because yes, you're getting some major discounts on the altcoins and even Bitcoin. So use this opportunity and dollar cost average. Because yes, if we're going to go over to the next chart, this is the daily chart of the previous bull market, where we can see that we had at least these 10% corrections. But if we're going to analyze it even more, we can see we had an 18% correction, 26, 31, 20, 10%, 17%, 10%, 21%, and so on. So we can perfectly see that even though we're in a bull market, we're always getting these dumps towards the downside in this shakeout phase. So yes, guys, dollar cost average into your favorite altcoins, because at the moment they're at a major discount. Because if we're going to look at the previous price movement of Bitcoin, guys, we had this major push towards the upside, and then we saw this retracement of 23%. And once again, we got this major push towards the upside, and we saw this retracement from the top all the way to the bottom. Let me just zoom in a little bit, exactly of 19%. And afterwards, we saw this pump, once again a correction of round about 21% from the top all the way to the bottom, followed by this massive pump towards the upside all the way to the 49,000 US dollar level. And if we're going to take the measured move all the way from the high all the way to our price target at the 13 EMA, this would perfectly be round about 20% all the way to the 13 EMA and also to the 61.8. So it would perfectly make sense that we're going to see this bounce at the 13 EMA, and this means at the price target of 39,160 roundabout, and that we're going to see this bounce and this bullish move even higher. But don't take this for granted, guys. We could also see that the price movement of Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart is going to bounce exactly here, exactly at this last support, round about the 40,400 US dollars, and that we're going to break out from this falling wedge, with the price target being the top of this formation, exactly the previous high, and also the 78.6. So when in doubt, zoom out, guys, because yes, on the weekly chart, we can see that this is still extremely bullish for Bitcoin. If we're going to break the 13 EMA, definitely we're going to see that the price movement is going to come all the way back down to our first price target, round about the 35,000 US dollar range within this major support, or even our worst case scenario all the way at the 31,000 US dollar level, where we have this upward sloping trend and also the 50 and the 100 moving average. Because yes, if we're going to zoom out on the weekly chart, then we can see once we're breaking the 13 EMA towards the downside, we could expect that yes, we're going to come all the way back down to the 50 and also the 100 moving average like we did in the previous run. So yes, ultimately this is our last line of support, the 13 EMA, which is exactly at the 61.8. So yes, guys, don't get fooled out of your position. Dollar cost average into your favorite altcoin. Be for crypto, smash up the like button and subscribe, and we see each other in the next video.